What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE jobs are at risk, WWE has finally found the big secret to selling tickets, John Cena teases a new role within WWE, Rhea RIPLEY calls out those who are body shaming her, is Ronda Rousey actually all elite, Rikishi hits back at CM Punk, El Grande Americano's identity was almost shown, Seth Rollins opens up about his WWE future, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Now our first story looks at WWE jobs are at risk. Now our top story today looks at growing concerns surrounding WWE's international schedule, particularly with how rising global tensions could affect upcoming events in Saudi Arabia. During the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer addressed the situation and explained that if things escalate into a full conflict, WWE simply won't be able to move forward with those shows. He noted that this creates a complicated position for the company, especially since WWE, as a publicly traded business, has already factored in a significant amount of revenue from these events. He pointed out that both WWE and UFC rely heavily on revenue from the Middle East, meaning that any disruption could lead to substantial financial loss. He added that in situations like this, the pressure to maintain profit margins increases, and that could have direct consequences for jobs, as companies often look for ways to offset major financial gaps when revenue takes a hit. Meltzer also made it clear that WWE isn't in a position to predict how the situation will unfold and will likely wait until the last possible moment before making any calls on scheduled events such as Night of Champions. For now, everything remains uncertain, but if these shows don't go ahead, the impact could stretch far beyond scheduling, potentially affecting WWE's financial structure and even putting parts of its workforce at risk moving forward. Next up, John Cena teases a new role within WWE. Now, as we all know, John Cena retired last December at Saturday Night's Main Event, having his last ever match within WWE, tapping out to Gunther. While Cena says that he's not going to distance himself from WWE, that was his last ever match. However, he may have a new role within the company, speaking at MegaCon Orlando, and working diligently to try and figure out my next path as contributing useful member of WWE I think might crack the code, and I think we have something, and if the stars align and everybody signs off, I'll be a whole lot more integrated into the system, and I'm very excited about the road ahead, and I'll just cross my fingers that it works. Interesting use of the words crack the code. However, is this hinting at Cena becoming a new member on the board of TKO? Is he going to be looking for talent just like AJ Styles is doing? Or is he looking at a producer role? What do you guys think that Cena will be doing? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE has finally found the secret to selling tickets. Now, there's been a notable update on WWE ticket sales, and once again it shows just how powerful Stone Cold Steve Austin's name still is, even after years of his prime. As we all know, March 16th this Monday marked 316 Day, and WWE celebrated the occasion by offering a special discount, and these specials included merchandise, t-shirts, and for the first time ever, tickets. Yes, WWE has finally found that big secret in order to start selling tickets, and it introduced a 31.6% discount on selected shows. This covered various house shows, television events, and even WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. According to The Observer, shockingly, this made a surge in ticket sales, as WWE moved over 1,000 tickets for house shows across the country. But the biggest story, however, involved WrestleMania, and the report noted that the company sold around 2,000 tickets across both nights. This comes after earlier concerns about ticket sales trailing behind last year. The gap is now starting to close, with current estimates placing WrestleMania attendance at around 40,000 per night, with still time left to build toward a full house. While Steve Austin's brand continues to deliver results and move numbers for WWE, it seems like they finally found that big old secret in moving tickets, discounting them, making them at lower prices. Shocking how WWE didn't think of this earlier. Have WWE now finally found out that tickets won't move at high prices? Next up, the real identity of El Grande Americano almost happened. El Grande Americano, presumably portrayed by Ludwig Kaiser, was set to receive the prestigious Raider Race Sword after his major victory this previous week. After delivering an emotional message to the crowd, things quickly took a turn. The celebration was interrupted by AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio, and the distraction allowed the original El Grande Americano to launch a sudden attack and striking from behind. He then attempted to rip the other El Grande Americano's mask off, a move that would have exposed his identity and completely changed the direction of the storyline. However, just before the unmasking could happen, Los Americanos rushed in and stopped it just in time. And with both sides claiming to be the true El Grande Americano, the question now is, do WWE and AAA go all the way with a mask versus mask match, or take a different route to settle this feud? Next up, Rollins takes a dig at CM Punk and blasts Roman Reigns' part-time run. There's been a strong reaction from Seth Rollins regarding CM Punk and Roman Reigns potentially closing Night 2 of WrestleMania 42. During a recent interview with the Boston Herald, Rollins made it clear that he's not happy about the situation, especially considering how much the World Heavyweight Championship means to him. But he also pointed out the irony of it all, with his biggest rival now heading into WrestleMania as champion. It is bittersweet that I'm not the one taking it into the main event of WrestleMania. It's actually my most hated rival, CM Punk against Roman Reigns. The irony is not lost on me. Rollins also addressed the criticism surrounding the World Heavyweight Championship, particularly comments made by Roman Reigns. I'm extremely proud that, in all likelihood, the World Heavyweight Championship is going to be featured as the main event of Night 2 of WrestleMania, which in my opinion is the true main event of WrestleMania. Roman talked down about it as if it were a second-tier title when it was introduced, and so did a lot of other people. I felt it was extremely important that our World Championship wasn't monopolized by a guy who wasn't going to be there enough to help elevate the talent with that title, and that's Roman. He took the part-time schedule, and he's earned the right. But when CM Punk and Roman Reigns set to clash on the biggest stage, the focus isn't just on the match itself, but it's also on the legacy of the World Heavyweight Championship and what it will represent moving forward. Next up, Rikishi is not happy with CM Punk. The backlash continues to build around CM Punk's Raw promo, where he referenced Roman Reigns' late father, Sika Anoa'i. During the segment, Punk claimed that he would bury Reigns next to his father as part of their WrestleMania 42 build, a line that quickly drew criticism from across the wrestling world, especially the Bloodline. Jey Uso demanded an apology, while Zilla Fatu stated that he lost all respect for CM Punk and said that he would slap him the next time he sees him. But now Rikishi also addressed the situation, as speaking on his Off the Top Rope podcast, the real-life Bloodline member was not happy with CM Punk.
You know, I felt that by CM Punk bringing up my uncle's name was just a disrespectful thing for him to do. I would have thought, CM Punk, that you're smart enough not to even tap on something like that. If you tried to get up underneath our skin, if you tried to get up underneath the family skin, well, you got up underneath this one, man. Because I had nothing but respect for CM Punk. You've done a lot in the industry. You've been around the world. You've been holding that strap there for a minute. You've been that good role model. But when you mention a name of a family member that is no longer here, a paramount chief in this family who we all respect and love, and then you wanna dig that up. What was it, for you to get some heat? Is that what it was? Hey, you smarter than that. But I want to tell you something, CM Punk. You done turned something over that is going to be hard for you to come back from. And I'm going to leave that in the hands of Roman Reigns. Clock that.
With multiple members of the Anoa'i family now speaking out, the situation is clearly turned personal heading into WrestleMania 42, but has this gone too far, or will it add even more intensity to the rivalry? Next up is Ronda Rousey All Elite. Now there's been a major update on Ronda Rousey following a shocking appearance at AEW Revolution, a moment that quickly became one of the most talked about stories in wrestling. According to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, there has been a strong internal curiosity within AEW about Rousey's status. However, every source has indicated that she's not signed a contract with the company, despite the buzz surrounding her appearance. A further clarity came from Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, who noted that a segment was always intended to be a one-off rather than the start of a long-term storyline. Behind the scenes, Rousey's involvement may have been more personal and business related, as she reportedly lives near LA and she has a good relationship with AEW president Tony Khan, which helped make the appearance possible. But there also may be a deeper reason behind the move, as it was reported in The Observer that a source close to the situation claimed that Rousey's decision was partly driven by a vendetta against TKO, the parent company of both WWE and UFC. She's reportedly been in negotiations with TKO for over a year, but talks broke down after changes were made to the compensation structure for her and Gina Carano, with the belief that TKO assumed that she had no other viable options. Instead, Rousey moved in a different direction, aligning with Jake Paul's MVP promotion for her next fight, which is now expected to stream on Netflix. As for WWE, the report states that officials were not pleased with Rousey's AEW appearance, viewing it more as an annoyance than anything else. But with that in mind, the question is now, was this truly a one-off, or could this open the door for something bigger down the line? Next up, Seth Rollins opens up about his WWE future. Seth Rollins is expected to step into a major WrestleMania clash against Bron Breakker, but that match is currently up in the air with no clear update on Breakker's return from injury. While the situation around his opponent remains unclear, Rollins knows his in-ring career won't last forever. Speaking on the Boston Herald, he opened up about his future and retirement plans and mentioned, "I'm closer to the end of my career than the beginning, but I still feel like I have a lot to give. I'm excited to be able to do that as we march forward to WrestleMania." That's a rare moment of honesty from Rollins, who continues to perform at the highest level, even if he begins to acknowledge that the end may not be too far away. Next up, Rhea Ripley fires back at body-shaming fans. The WWE superstars put their bodies on the line every single week, but this hasn't stopped some fans from targeting them with body-shaming comments. Former WWE Women's Champion Rhea Ripley has dealt with repeated criticism over her appearance throughout her career, and it's been an ongoing issue for Ripley, with fans calling her out for different reasons over the years. In a recent post on X, the Eradicated responded directly to those comments, making it clear that people don't understand what she's going through personally or mentally. She also challenged those fans to post their own photos for the world to see, and then see what people have to say about them. Too manly, too bulky, too muscly, too much sex appeal, too lean, skinny. It's comical really. Number 1, you know nothing about me, what's going on in my life, or my mental. 2, post a picture of yourself. You won't. Ripley's response gained a lot of support online, with many fans backing her. One fan replied, "You're a very beautiful person, both inside and out, loved by millions. I hope you know that." With continued support from fans, the situation once again highlights the ongoing issue of online criticism in wrestling. But will moments like this finally lead to change, or is this cycle set to continue? Next up, AEW faces backlash over a Tony Storm t-shirt. AEW is facing serious backlash, and this time it's not about what happened on Dynamite, it's about what followed. Tony Storm was written off television in a violent backstage segment before Dynamite, and AEW leaned into the storyline by releasing a "Who Killed Tony Storm" t-shirt featuring her laid out in a pool of blood. Now, the idea was to push a whodunit mystery, but the fans were not on board. Almost immediately after the shirt surfaced online, reactions started pouring in on social media, with many questioning how something like this was even approved. One fan didn't even hold back, saying AEW's merch department has to be absolutely stupid to put something like this out. Another fan referenced past controversy, pointing to the backlash AEW faced in 2023 over Britt Baker's t-shirt, which was accused of promoting domestic violence and suggesting that the company should have learned from that situation. Had AEW crossed the line here, or is this just part of pushing the edgy storyline? Finally, Charles Robinson goes viral. Now, our final story looks at a viral moment making the rounds on X, drawing attention to the dedication of longtime WWE referee Charles Robinson. The post shows Robinson continued working while wearing a walking boot, reportedly helping to set up the ring despite dealing with a major injury. During the clip, he's heard saying, "Gotta make money, man." Robinson has been a familiar face in pro wrestling for decades and is widely respected for his consistency and professionalism inside and outside of the ring. While referees rarely get the spotlight, moments like this just highlight the physical demands placed on everyone in the industry, not just wrestlers themselves. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.